kick off part 3 with Slowking. Slowking is a very interesting Pokemon. Training a Slowpoke with a King's Rock might just be one of the best things you could ever do. Probably one of the craziest things about Slowking is that its stats are almost identical with that of Slowbro. Slowbro is more physically offensive, while Slowking is more specially offensive. Slowking mostly won this spot because of his role in the second move. He played as a Shrine Guardian and advised Ash to reclaim the treasures from all 3 islands and to help quell the fighting of the legendary birds. He, like Meowth, can speak with his own mouth rather than using telepathy like other legendaries. He has said some pretty funny things like this.
I could use pants.
Say hello to yet another Gen 4 Pokemon, Bronzeon. Bronzeon is my favorite Psychic Steel type from the 4th generation, and for good reasons. It and its pre-evolution have a unique ability called Heat Proof. Heat Proof is an ability that cuts the power of all fire types and moves in half, which is definitely a plus considering that it's weak to fire. Probably one of the biggest things why I really like Bronzeon so much is because of its Pokedex entry from Pearl. It states, it can summon rain clouds. People long ago revered it as the bringer of plentiful harvest. Does this sound a little familiar? Well, if you know what it's based on, you'll have an answer. It is based off of the Dotaku, a Japanese bell that was said to pray for good harvest. They are often decorated with patterns representing nature and were buried, occasionally with bronze mirrors and weapons in isolated locations. You see, it's stuff like that of what makes me really love this kind of stuff about Pokemon. Bronzeon may be my all-time favorite Psychic Steel type from the 4th generation, but believe it or not, it's actually my second favorite Psychic Steel type today. If you want to use one in any game, I definitely would recommend it. Up next is the first and only pure rock type with a 3rd evolutionary stage, Gigalith. Gigalith is known for being a tank unlike many others. Its defense pretty much sums that up, which can reach a maximum of 394. But believe it or not, defense is not its best stat. Attack is, which can reach a maximum of 405. Holy crap! If you really want to know on how powerful Gigalith is, then get this. The stored crystals that are surrounding its bodies are actually unique energies that overflow its body. Just imagine that all of that gets unleashed. Well, listen to this entry from Black. It states, compressing the energy from its internal core lets it fire off an attack capable of blowing away a mountain. Holy crap! Don't ever stand in front of this thing when that thing releases that kind of energy, unless you want to get blown away into an oblivion. Rising from Hoa, we have Agron. Agron is a badass steel rock type. The thing that has some of the highest defense out of all the non-legendary Pokemon, which can reach a maximum of 504. While its defense isn't Shuckle based, it's still great to have. Plus, Agron's Mega Form is pure dope. While it loses its rock type, its defense becomes even more bulkier. In that form, it can reach a maximum of 614. Sure, it becomes slower than that form, but no physical user can get past that bulk that quick. Agron won the spot due to what it's based on. It's based on a kaiju monster that eats metal in the Korean legends. More specifically, the Bogasari, one of the most underrated kaiju monsters I've ever seen. Agron is strong, awesome, and a very bulky son of a bitch. Up next is a fan favorite from Gen 2, otherwise known as Mantine. Mantine is a gigantic ray with a lot of special defense power. which creates a maximum of 416. That's pretty impressive for many water flying types. But unlike many water flying types, it can survive some of the most powerful special attacks. Trust me, I know. I used a Mantine through a playthrough of Heart of Gold and it survived a Thunderbolt from Red's Pikachu. And keep in mind, that sucker has a Light Ball at level 88. That's pretty amazing for me. Mantine is based on a flying ray. More specifically, the Mobula. This beauty can reach to a width of 17 feet and can jump fairly high out of the water. Huh. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? Mantine is cool, bulky, and one of my favorite water flying types.
Gotta catch 'em all!
Up next is another Gen 4 evolution, Electivire. This is one of the strongest electric types of them all. Its greatest stat is Attack, which can reach a maximum of 379, the highest out of all non-legendary electric types. Training an Electabuzz with an Electrizer is one of the best ideas you could ever do. Speaking of stats, it is much identical to its counterpart Magmortar, except Magmortar is more specially offensive. The Electivire won over Magmortar mostly due to its design, and how it's the most physical and powerful non-legendary electric type. That and how it's my favorite electric type from Gen 4. And that's saying something right there.
Gotta catch 'em all!
There are many Moth Pokemon that were not as good as I had hoped from the past. But then, Gen 5 came around and blew my mind away. Meet Volcarona, my all-time favorite bug type from Gen 5. How can it not? And keep in mind that I'm not that much of a big bug type user myself. Speaking of which, it and its pre-evolution Larvesta are the only dual bug fire types. Getting Larvesta to evolve into a Volcarona is a bitch to do. It takes to level 59 to evolve it. So worth it in the very end. In combination of all that, it has the highest special attack stat than all bug types, which creates a maximum of 405. That's freaking awesome. Volcarona is based off the Atlas Moth, the largest moth on the planet. It also has a connection to a sun deed, a sun god that controls every aspect of the sun: sunrise, sunset, eclipses, and even positions. Interesting. Unlike Genesect, they made Volcarona catchable in Black and White 1 and 2. Volcarona is my favorite bug type from Gen 5. No second thoughts at all.
Gotta catch 'em all!
Here comes one of the strongest birds ever to fly in the sky. Bravery. This is another normal flying type that is one of my favorites. This gigantic eagle is amazing in battle. Its attack strength can get as high as 379. My god, that is powerful. In fact, Bravery is stronger than you would think. Just listen to this entry from Y. It states, they fight for their friends without any thought about danger to themselves. One can carry a car while flying. Wow. So let me see if I got this straight. The average car weighs in about 2 tons. A Bravery that can carry something that heavy? Wow. That's what I call impressive. As I said once before, this eagle is amazing. Bravery is said to be based around the bald eagle and the golden eagle, two of the most famous eagles ever. While Bravery is not the best normal flying type, it gets it as my favorite from the 5th generation.
Gotta catch 'em all!
Up next is Scum Tank, one of my personal favorite poison types. This gigantic skunk really knows how to bring in so much stank that it can practically ignite the gas and turn it into flames. Which is a plus because it can use flamethrower. So, does that mean it could shoot flames out of his ass? That would be something I would like to see. Man, talk about explosive diarrhea. Okay, moving on. Scum Tank is actually a good Pokemon with high HP. which creates maximum of 410. Not the best, but still very nice. The main reason why I love Scum Tank is because of its type. Being a poison dark type, it has plenty of resistance and immune to psychic. While it's only weak to ground, it's still a very good Pokemon to have in any game, especially in the 4th generation.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Let's end off part 3 with one of the 2 evolution lines on the list, the ChinChow line. I couldn't pick which one to go with yet, so BAM! All 3 of them are on the list at number 71. The ChinChow line includes, of course, Chimchar, Monferno, and Infernape. Upon reaching the 2nd stage, Monferno becomes a fire fighting type. The whole line specializes in speed, attack, and special attack. These powerful fire monkeys are some of the fastest of all non-legendary fire Pokemon. With their awesome speed and their insane powers in both physical and special, these claim to spawn as some of my favorite fire types. Thanks for watching. All the contents and clips that were used to make this video are all owned by their respective owners, so please support the official release. If you're liking the list so far, then please consider giving it a like. Add it to your favorites, or share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or anywhere. And if you want to see some more of my Pokemon homework for 2016, then please subscribe today for a Pokemon Let's Play update daily as often as possible, and a Top X video as weekly as possible. Thanks again, everyone, and as always, I will see you guys next time in my next Pokemon video coming soon.